Hello everyone, this is the Leech bringing you game 2 in a best of 3 between the purple Terran here on the left side of Metalopolis, LiquidTLO, and the orange Zerg on the bottom side of Metalopolis, ROOTSLush. So this once again is game 2, and in game 1, a slight spoiler alert here. TLO got ahead early in the game and had some decent attacks, did a lot of damage to ROOTSLush, and then later in the game actually fell behind due to letting ROOTSLush macro up. But then Slush attacked into a lot of siege tanks and lost most of his army, and TLO countered and actually won the game. So here on Metalopolis, this is an MLG style Metalopolis where players cannot spawn close positions. So if you look at this mini-map here at my mouse, they cannot spawn in these two positions right here or these two positions right here together. They can either go cross positions or close positions by air, still far by ground. They wanted to make it more macro focused, so this is how they're doing it. TLO starting his wall off here with a supply depot at the main. Once again, we always see exciting games from TLO, and Slush actually does scout TLO early, but keeping his overlord, I'm sorry, far away so TLO cannot see where Slush is automatically. TLO is going to scout that position first though, because he knows they cannot be close positions, so not a big deal. Should see the barracks here coming out from TLO very shortly. Actually should have had it down already, so unless he's doing a different build again, he's possibly just going to go straight for a command center, which is a very interesting choice here by him. It looks like that's what he's going to do though, and here comes the expansion by TLO, and now he knows that he's going to be safer because that went down first, and he's going to throw down his command center right away. So he knows there's no spawning pool down, there's no way there could be one, and so interesting decision by him. There's the spawning pool coming down now by ROOTSLush, and Slush is going to walk through the base and see everything that's going on. TLO now getting his barracks. So both players are about the same time right here, both of them getting a very fast expansion. TLO still has to float his down to the natural, and I'm not sure if he'll do that right away. He might want to wait until he feels that he's completely secure to do that. TLO getting his first gas now, and just continuing to micro SCVs like he does here. He'll pick off a few of them, put them on the mineral patch he wants them to mine, so very interesting stuff by him. In ROOTSLush's base here, we see that he is getting gas as well, probably try and get that early Zergling speed, and Slush's spawning pool is going to finish up here in just a few moments, looks like about 10 more seconds, and that'll be finished up. TLO's barracks also about to finish, as well as the first command center, and the hatchery by ROOTSLush is just a few moments away as well. So both players, we're going to be seeing their tech coming out here pretty soon, and we're going to see what they're actually going to be going for. Again, a very early Roach Warren for ROOTSLush, so possibly just afraid of those Blue Flame Aliens, doesn't want to have to deal with them with just Zerglings, and just goes straight to Roaches. Very interesting choice by him. First Queen is also coming out for ROOTSLush. As his hatchery finishes up for him here, he's probably going to be getting the second Queen fairly soon as well once he gets this base saturated. TLO getting one Marine out and going double orbital command at the same time when that barracks finishes. So he's going to have a lot of income coming from the mules here very shortly, and we'll see if he decides to float this base down right away, or if he's going to wait until he can get a little more secure. TLO calling down those mules now, and first Queen is about to finish for ROOTSLush. Roach Warren is about to complete as well for ROOTSLush, and this hatchery is down for him, so we'll see when he is going to do that transfer. He's actually going to move this Queen down to the front here right away. And TLO just pumping out SCVs from this orbital command, and he's going to use them all on this base until, like I said earlier, he can get a little more secure and feels like he can move out there. Does have a factory coming down as well. 5 roaches coming down from ROOTSLush, so possibly just defensive roaches, but he has seen that command center. I'm quite sure, I will double check. Yes, he has seen that command center go down, so he knows that Hellions can't quite be out just yet. Not sure if he's going to try and actually do an attack, and yes, he is moving out with some roaches here. We'll see if TLO is going to be ready for this. And here come the roaches now. TLO here still just finishing up that factory, and really does not have that many units out. If we take a look at the units tab, he has 4 Marines, and 4 Marines versus 5 roaches is not going to bode well for TLO. It looks like drones now starting to be produced for ROOTSLush, and he could do a lot of damage with these original roaches here. 2 bunkers coming down for TLO as he saw the roaches coming. I'm not sure if they're going to be up quickly enough though, as he's going to just come right in with these roaches and kill the SCVs that are building those bunkers. And both those SCVs go down. More SCVs here to take over, and he is going to finish at least 1 bunker. It is going to be severely damaged though by the time it's finished. TLO taking down a few Marines there, killing a few more SCVs, and ROOTSLush is going to back up now. Now that he did that damage that he needed to do, he'll back out with his 3 roaches. Killed quite a few SCVs and Marines, and 2 starports coming down for TLO now, getting a tech lab on those, so we'll see if he decides to go double cloaked Banshees. That could be very interesting. Speed now coming down for the Zerglings of ROOTSLush, and TLO is going to finish up this second bunker here and try and fill it up with Marines. Still no tech lab on this barrack, so no upgrades coming for TLO just yet. Roaches are going to walk into that bunker again, decide they don't want to do that. Cloak coming down for the Banshees now, so TLO is going to be really hoping that his opponent is not going to be ready for this early cloaked Banshee pressure. Lots of drones coming out for ROOTSLush, and the layer on the way as well. Zergling speed about halfway done. An additional Queen coming out, as well as an Evolution Chamber. So it looks like he is going to be ready for this. He actually did sneak in an Overlord, and just double check here, I believe he did. Yep, he saw the tech lab there. He knows cloaked Banshees are coming. So TLO almost should abandon ship on that idea right now. And ROOTSLush is temporarily supply blocked. TLO did kill off 2 of those Overlords right now. And TLO does cancel the cloak because he knows that those Overlords saw him, and he knows it's a waste of 200 minerals, 200 gas. Spire starting to come down for ROOTSLush now, most likely in a reaction to those cloaked Banshees, because he wants to be able to counter them. A few Spore Crawlers coming down. So kind of a nice move by TLO, knowing that he can just kind of fake out. Oh wow, a Fusion Core coming down for TLO. Crazy move by him. This, if he tries to go battlecruisers off one base, that would just be insane. I'm not sure if he's going to wait to expand for that. Technically, he does have 2 bases, but this one is not mining anything. These 3 roaches here are still preventing anything from happening there for TLO. TLO does have 300 gas right now, so he could possibly get 1 battlecruiser out when that time came. But, I mean, getting more than 1 battlecruiser out on 1 base is going to be tough, and he'll really be suffering in the rest of the units there. He is getting a lot of barracks out, so really he could go Master Marine with battlecruiser. And he is going to land the supply depot down here. Come clean up these roaches, because he wants to get his battlecruisers out. Gosh dang it. Spire finishing up now for ROOTSLush, and first battlecruiser is on the way. TLO, this is the second time I've seen him use battlecruisers in this tournament, so I'm very excited to see people are starting to use them with that speed upgrade. They're becoming a lot more useful. Baneling Nest also coming down for ROOTSLush. Evolution Chamber is finished up, and he does have a few Spore Crawlers. Let's see how many Spore Crawlers were forced there. 4 total. So really a nice move by TLO. 5 even forced by TLO. Just with that threat of Cloak, he really made ROOTSLush worry a little bit there. And I don't believe that ROOTSLush has seen this Fusion Core yet. I need to locate it actually. Right here behind the mineral line. Let's see if he's seen that. He has not seen that Fusion Core yet, so he has no idea what's happening. One Hellion zooming in here just to see what he can see. There is a few Mutalisks out on the map, and Zerg Flyer Attacks level 1 are on the way. Taking a look at the unit counting station here. 44 drones to 30 SCVs. The mules are going to help him. If we look at the income tab, TLO is actually a little bit ahead because of those mules. I'm sorry I had to cough there for a moment. That's why I got quiet. And now I have an instant headache, so that's sweet. Second battlecruiser on the way for TLO. I believe those mutas did catch a glimpse of that battlecruiser. As you can see, Slush is going to start getting a lot of corruptors here. 3 on the way right now, as well as a 3rd base here just to the east of his other ones. So TLO looks like he's going to be gearing up for a big 2-base push. I don't think he's going to have any chance of expanding here soon. He is getting an armory down to start getting upgrades. 2 more bunkers coming down at the front here. Does have a few Cloak Banshees. Quite a wide range of units here for TLO. Marines, Battlecruisers, Banshees. Getting Siege Tech on the way here. And if we take a look at the unit counting station, we'll see no Siege Tanks out just yet. So he's actually getting Siege Mode before he gets any other upgrades. And still Zerg Flyer Attacks level 1 on the way. Gonna see if ROOTSLush can do any damage here with these Mutalisks. He is moving out to take a peek here. Gotta start hitting these tech labs. Battlecruiser is here though, and he is ready to take down some Mutalisks. It's what he's been waiting for. 1 Siege Tank is on the way now for TLO. Corruptors coming in, kind of taking a peek, see if they can get some hits off on the Battlecruiser, and they can, but those Battlecruisers do a lot of damage, and there's 2 of them with Marine backup. So Slush is going to back up, and taking a look at his base here, he is spreading creep all around everywhere so he can have vision. He doesn't want to get dropped and not be ready for it. Zerg Flyer Attacks level 1 finishes up. And we do see, once again, quite a few Spine Crawlers around his base here. Baneling Speed is on the way for ROOTSLush. as well as Zerg Flyer attacks level 2. So he is worried about those battlecruisers. TLO starting to get Thors now as he sees Corruptors being made, and this third here getting double gas for ROOTSLush, and continuing to spread his creep around here as he knows he needs to get all those bases connected as soon as possible. Third command center coming down for TLO up near his natural expansion. He can float it over when he's ready to do that. Nice creep spread here coming out from ROOTSLush. He is getting it all over the map, and really hasn't even laid down that many creep tumors. I guess he does have a decent amount actually, so he's going to continue to throw these forward here. Corruptors and Mutalisks starting to move out again. Gonna peek around again. Stim on the way for TLO, and ship weapons level 1 is on the way for TLO as well. As well as Zerg melee attacks level 1 on the way for ROOTSLush. Thor is just about to come out for ROOTSLush, and I'm not sure that... I'm sorry, Thor is about to come out for TLO, and a second one has now been started. Mass Zerglings coming out for ROOTSLush, and he's possibly going to make those into Banelings and try and do some sort of bust, if I had to guess, as TLO does not have more than one siege tank out right now. Battlecruiser's going to poke those Corruptors away and make sure they go back home. There is a decent amount of Zerglings right here on the map. 2 more Thors are on the way. Infestation Pit coming down for ROOTSLush. His upgrade is just about to finish. 10 drones on the way. He wants to saturate this base as soon as possible. And a macro hatch coming down as well. And it looks like he's going to be throwing down even another hatchery down here. So he is going to be on 5 hatches soon, 4 mining bases. And he's got to be feeling pretty good about this right now. As long as TLO doesn't push out soon, he's going to have a huge advantage here. TLO just now getting down his third. Multiple Thors here trying to move out, but the siege tanker siege, and they're kind of blocking him in there. So TLO is sitting currently on 3 Thors and 2 siege tanks. With level 1 air attacks just about to finish. Another Thor is on the way, and another siege tank on the way as well. Ventral sacks are on the way for ROOTSLush, and TLO deciding it's time for him to make his push. He can't sit back any longer. He knows what happened last game. He got a little bit behind. He was able to win still. But there is a counterattack being staged here by ROOTSLush. Lots of Banelings morphing in, and they're going to move straight in for this command center. TLO is going to lift that off, but there is a lot of Corruptors here, and they're probably going to be able to drop this command center. TLO continuing to just push directly into the base, though. He knows if all the forces are up there that he doesn't need to siege up quite as early as he normally would need to. So he's just going to continue to push in as long as he can here. 3 Thors and 2 battlecruisers out, as well as 2 siege tanks. So the Zerg army is going to pull back of Slush, and he's trying to figure out how he wants to engage here. He's going to come in from a few different angles. Banelings coming in, taking out the Marines, and it looks like TLO was not watching the Marines at that second because he did not split them up too crazily well, and TLO lost almost all his Marines there. Zerglings now coming in, taking out a lot of the Thors. Battlecruisers being dropped by the Corruptors, and things are not looking too hot for TLO. 1 Thor left, 1 siege tanks left. These Zerglings are going to be able to drop both of those units right now. Slush cleaned up that army very well, and he is about 30 supply, 40 supply ahead of TLO, and there's the GG from TLO. TLO knowing he is too far behind, losing that command center at his third, and being 2 base to 4 base against his Zerg never is good. Thank you everyone for watching. That was game 2 between TLO and Slush, and we're going to move on to game 3 now. Thanks once again for watching.